So I thought I'm going to take a little bit of time to talk about journaling. And the reason I want to talk about journaling is because a lot of people say to me, especially when I do the retreats and it says yoga, meditation, journaling, coaching, what is journaling actually? Why do we do it? And how can I do it? How can I bring journaling into my daily life? So I thought I'll share with you a couple of insights that I've had, how I have started, the benefits I see, and anything else that you might find helpful in this context. So journaling basically means that you have a book, a journal. I like to have blank pages, so with no lines or grids or anything, and you write down thoughts. But that's not all. Let's talk a little bit more about that. I've done this for many, many years, and some people might say, well, isn't it like writing a diary? It could be. However, the purpose and the intention of journaling can be very, very different. So let me start by the how, okay? So how do we do that? Some people might say you do it in the morning, some people say you do it in the evening. It really depends on what flows better with you. For a long time, I did both in the morning and in the evening. So the first thing you do when you get up, you write down any thoughts that come into mind. And then in the evening, before you go to bed, you set your intention for the next day, for instance. Some people reflect upon the day. They identify what went well, for instance, and what they're grateful for. So you can do it retrospectively, or you can do it prospectively, looking forwards into the next day. Now, the journaling itself, the main reason for me is sometimes to give myself space, to allow to be with me, to allow to cultivate my energy, to really create a space where I can just focus on my emotions, my sensations, my thoughts. And I think what is really beautiful with the journaling is that you can be as honest as anything. It's just for you. You can write as little as words or a sentence. There isn't a length or a dictate in how this should look like. But it can be really cleansing. And sometimes we have things coming up. Maybe we feel stressed about it. So it's about for you finding the time and creating that space to just write down things that come up for you. Some might say this is really helpful after you meditate, but some might say this might be helpful before you meditate. So you download everything into the journal, then you meditate because your mind is empty, free, whatever, quiet, because you were able to put it down. And this is the process that can really help us to see the bigger picture, to become aware of the things that don't serve us and the things that are important to us. It can help us to identify our own values, our own beliefs. I like to journal quite often after yoga and meditation as things come up. But sometimes, like I said, I feel the urge to write things down before I meditate as well. Or sometimes even after. Okay? I mostly journal in the morning, but there are times when I do it in the evening. I try to do it as regularly as I can. Daily would be great. But it doesn't always work that way. So don't beat yourself up if it doesn't work. If you are around in person, close to where I live, from September onwards, I will have a Monday evening in-person yoga and meditation, and we will do journaling in the end of that as well. So if you want to give that a go and work it out, come and join me on Monday at Derby Green Center. Other than that, I also have an in-person retreat on the 9th of October, which again brings together these elements of yoga, meditation, and journaling so that you can really start working through that. Sometimes with journaling as well, it's about, working through questions that occupy us, questions that we are unsure about, where instead of running around in our rabbit or brain or a hamster wheel, if you want, is really about writing them down. And again, the journal is for you. It's not to be shared with anyone, but it allows you to create a space that doesn't take a lot of physical space, and it doesn't take a lot of time quite often, to just be with you and work for the things that they're important to you. So I hope this helps you, and if you have any other questions, just send me a message, or you can join me on any of those in-person sessions if you want to explore more about how you can get into journaling. Namaste.